Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills. Today is Wednesday the 11th. We had the ethanol numbers out this morning, but before we get into that, let's turn over to the grain hedge trading platform and see where we closed off the day. Corn up 2.5 cents, soybeans up 8.5, and wheat in Chicago trading 5.5 cents higher on the day. One thing that seemed to be important yet was grain was able to buck this trend, but the US dollar continues to rally. I just wanted to show you a chart here. It just has been breaking out of that 95 resistance level. It broke through about 5 days ago and just on a tear higher here. So this is again putting pressure on commodities as a whole. Grain didn't seem to be overly affected by this dollar move higher here today. Let's talk a little bit about corn, because corn, which was trading stronger here this morning, was able to hold on to that strength throughout the day. But when it got up around that 50 and 100-day moving average, as you can see in this daily chart, those red lines, there's the 50-day and then the 100-day moving average. Those have crossed over, and that is typically a bearish sign. One other thing you'll notice is the price action today moved up to those moving averages, found some resistance up there and closed in the middle part of the range. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, when you look at the price action over the last week, it's just been very, very range bound. But I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to be pressured by that resistance level set by those two moving averages in very close proximity. Let's talk a little bit about ethanol production, which was released today. Of course, in the WASDE report yesterday on Tuesday, we did see the USDA revise their ethanol projections down 50 million bushels. Now, what's interesting is this week we get an increase in ethanol production, up 13,000 barrels per day to 944,000 barrels per day. This is still, we're running well ahead of last year's pace. USDA revising their ethanol production lower, that would signal to me that they expect a significant drop here in the second half of the marketing year. It's going to be interesting to see it, because we have not seen a significant drop in ethanol production yet. This week we did see ethanol stocks decline, down 355,000 barrels to 21.17 million barrels. We do have export sales out tomorrow. We'll talk about those as soon as they're released in the morning commentary, but expectations for those is between 600 and 800,000 metric tons for corn, soybeans between 300 and 500,000 metric tons, and wheat in between 300 and 450,000 metric tons. So those are the expectations, of course, for export sales here tomorrow. It's going to be interesting to see. I know that really over the last few days, it seems as though we've just been chopping around for the grain. So it's going to be interesting to see what will provide some direction for these grain markets. I wouldn't be surprised as we get closer to that March 31st planning intentions report if that is really what gets us out of this range. One thing to keep in mind is that there was bird flu confirmed in Arkansas. This is going to be a big story, probably going to be affecting the meats significantly here tomorrow, so pay attention to that if you're trading at all in those hog contracts or any of the other meat contracts. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, please give the office a call. Number's 877-472-4607. And if you haven't done so already, take a demo of our mobile trading platform, see what it's like to have live quotes on the go. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here Thursday for the export sales report.